Luke 6:43, For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So this is another useful verse for demonstrating that fruit is not works. The Bible does not teach work salvation. A general rule of thumb is if the Bible is using absolute language, then it can't possibly be talking about works as relating to salvation. Because we know that salvation is a yes or no thing. But works isn't a yes or no thing. Everyone has done good works and bad works. And that's why this verse can't be saying that a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit. And notice the intentionality of the language here. He could have said, a good tree brings forth good fruit. If he said that, that would be true. Good trees bring forth good fruit. And that doesn't have to be an absolute statement. You could just say, on balance, they tend to bring forth more good fruit than bad. But he didn't say that. He says, they don't bring forth bad fruit. Meaning, if there is a good tree that produces bad fruit, Jesus is a liar here. Because if this is talking about work salvation, then nobody is saved, because everybody has done some bad work in their life. So what is this actually talking about? It's talking about getting people saved, winning people to Christ, converting people. Do I, as a Christian, convert people to anything other than the saving gospel? No. In other words, it would be impossible for me, as someone who is a good tree, a saved Christian, to produce fruit, to convert someone to being a bad tree, someone who is not saved. And likewise, of course, while there might be individuals who serve as bad examples and convince someone to get saved in that way, we wouldn't say that a Muslim or a Jew or a Catholic could possibly win someone to Christ, could go out and get somebody saved for the Lord. If fruit is conversion, this makes complete sense. I mean, just botanically it makes sense, but Christians will convert people to Christianity. People who hold to false religions will convert people to those false religions. Now, this is talking about individuals, and it's worth noting, there are many people who never convert someone to a religion. I recently got a comment from someone saying that watching my videos had inspired them to convert to Christianity. But I'm someone who talks about this on a public platform, so you would expect that at some point I would cause someone to be converted. Most Christians who are just living their life are not going to get someone saved, unfortunately. But just mathematically, if every Christian got at least one person saved, it wouldn't take that many generations before the entire world was Christian. Most people don't produce fruit one way or the other, and the Bible is moot on that point. You can be a good tree and not produce fruit, you just can't be a good tree and produce corrupt fruit. But yeah, big takeaway here is I don't think this verse leaves any ambiguity that when the Bible is talking about producing fruit, it is talking not about works, definitely not salvation by works, but rather converting people to the true gospel, which is salvation by faith in Christ alone.